Do not clean up. Don't touch a thing. Leave it exactly how it is. Just live in it. Be patient. I'll be there soon. And then we'll get to it, because I want to work within what there are things that already work for them. There are systems that work for them. So I want to pull those out and then weed through what isn't working. And what isn't working, then try to change it and adjust it. We all struggle with change. I think people in general, we struggle with change. It's really hard. And so my goal is to shift that paradigm, to help them think differently, to help them readjust. So from a psychological aspect, yeah, we're getting down to the nitty gritty. Now, I will say someone that's like a hoarder, on the hoarding scale, so it's a chronic disorganization scale, that's a mental health issue. And so I always want to pair up with a doctor or a therapist or psychologist that can help them through that, so that we can actually work together. So we're working in tandem and helping this person through this process. Because hoarding is actually very difficult. You can cure the space, but they're going to re-hoard it right away. And so the key to that is bringing a professional in to work with them. But from a psychological standpoint, there are some things, like I do feel like sometimes, some days I come home drained because I feel like a therapist. I'm listening a lot. I'm hearing, some of the things that they're going through. And sometimes that's all they need, is someone to just listen to them. They just need to get it all out. They need to share. And that's what I'm there for too. So from Gloria, like you said, from a psychological standpoint, that's something I deal with too, like the emotional difficulties that come with clutter. So I enjoy that part too. I am so happy to let people unload and me share that burden with them, me carry that burden with them.
And so what is the case that you have in your 13 years that is still in your mind and impact you forever, for now?
You know, I feel like everyone leaves a little footprint on me. Or like a little print on me. Every single client that I touch. I was actually talking with my husband about it last night, and just thinking about some of the older clients that I've worked with, and one that I lost last year. I mean, I was working with him for 7 years, and I was actually the one that found him. And so that is heartbreaking to me. Obviously, that impacted me. But I was like his person. He didn't have any family nearby. All his family were thousands of miles away. So he relied on me. And so because I had an appointment with him, I was the one that unfortunately found him. So I feel like every person that I touch, I feel like touches me and impacts me and leaves like a print on me. And I just am so thankful to be able to do what I love.
So can I just say something really quickly?
Sure. Yeah, of course.
I just want to point out, if you haven't caught it from listening to Carolina, what a beautiful soul she is. I just want to point that out.
You're very sweet. Thank you.
That's it. But I also do have a question.
Okay. Thank
you. So Gloria asked such a beautiful question about which client impacted you the most. Well, my question is similar but different. So you've been doing this for nearly 13 years, right? Yep. And you've worked with so many different people. What are some of the trends that you've seen in the catalysts for this, like in the psychology, right?
Yeah. So I think I mentioned that before too. I feel like there's something that is just so hard that they go through. Some loss, some hurt, some struggle. Oh my goodness, Angeline, thank you so much. You're very sweet to say that. Thank you. Just some struggle, some difficulty, that actually is the catalyst for the struggle. Often it's sometimes several things that overlap it. So the loss of a, sibling, then, the husband passed away, then their kids move out of their house. It's just, sometimes it gets poured on and it's so hard. And it's just like so I'll say people often look at someone that's disorganized or struggles with chronic disorganization and thinks that they're lazy. And that is far beyond the truth. That is not even close to the truth. It is not. And I feel like that's a stigma that I would love to get rid of or pull away or encourage people and educate people on. That is not true at all. Someone that's chronically disorganized is really struggling. there could be fatigue, there could be chronic illness, there could be, a serious amount of loss. If sometimes when you hear the story, you feel the compassion for the person and you think, oh my goodness, of course they're going to go through this, or their home is going to look like this. It's so easy for all of us to judge, and that's first what we typically do. All of us, we judge right away, and that's not fair to them. And so I feel like that component to it is really like just listening, being a really good listener, and encouraging each person to share, each client to share wholeheartedly what it is that they're feeling. So I feel like sometimes it's like mountains of stuff. It's just things that overlap, usually big life trauma. And sometimes people think, oh, well, does it have to be a death? It doesn't. But sometimes it can feel like a loss when a child moves out, or he's grown up, or he or she gets married, and then you feel like you don't have the access to them that you did before. So it could be a lot of things, like a lot of different things for different people.
So
Carolina,
great question.
Go ahead, Kia.
So I was going to just say, so psychologically, so we talked about the triggering event, right?
Yes.
But psychologically, would you say then those events to me make me think of maybe depression or anxiety?
Absolutely.
Which would seem like they are often a cause of someone becoming disorganized, or simply just being unwell, or
Absolutely.
or just being overwhelmed. So I mean, I guess that could go along with anxiety, but it seems like those are a lot of the precursors to kind of letting things. Probably, I imagine you probably hear this. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm speaking from my own experience, to be honest. but so no judgment. But so I imagine it just happens slowly over time for a lot of these people. Like, and then they just look around and go, "Wait a minute, my house is a disaster. I need help." Right?
Yep. Absolutely. That's 100% true. I mean, it's almost like they're like, this just snuck up on me, but it didn't. It's what they allowed this day, and then a month later they allowed this, or they're finding therapy through shopping, and they bring the bag in, or the shopping in, and put it down and don't touch it again. They don't look at it. It's really, the goal for them is the thrill of the buy, or the find, or the shop, and that's it. And so it's a real struggle, for sure. Depression and anxiety are really big when it comes to people that are chronically disorganized, and again, that is not 100% of the clients that I deal with. Sometimes it's just life circumstance, something that happened that, didn't allow them to be able to keep up with the systems they had in place. Or, I get calls and I was really organized once. It's just so hard right now. I need help. You know what I mean? Or I just moved into a place and I don't know what to do. I'm like fresh out of ideas. I need a fresh pair of eyes. So it really does vary. But the chronically disorganized person, anxiety and depression are really a big part of it. Absolutely, Kia. You're 100% right.
Carolina, it goes in different ways too. Like, for example, I suffer from anxiety.
Yeah.
And I recognize that.
Yeah.
But also, I'm not disorganized, but also I can be very disorganized.
Right. Sure.
Moments of life. And for example, I have days that I want to have everything super organized, like the stream, super organized.
Yeah.
And
right.
maybe the next week I have everything around. And then I said, oh my God. And then I said, oh my God, I'm out of focus.
Yeah.
And then it's like, again, I have to start putting back things again.
Yeah.
There's another situation that happens to me that I'm correcting now, thank God being here, that I got into impulsive buying. So I buy.
Yeah.
I wear the piece. I like it, and the next time I don't like it at all. So I put it there. Wow. I put it there. I put it there. And then I saw my clothes at one point so full, and I feel like, oh my God. And then I start being minimalist. I said, I think this is the cure for my anxiety. And then I start purging and purging my house, purging the bathrooms, purging my closet.
Oh my goodness.
And when I counted how many pieces of clothing I remove out and give it away, 300 pieces.
What?
Between shoes,
Wow.
between shoes,
Yeah.
between every little thing.
Wow.
300 pieces.
Wow.
And when I reduce like this, I feel like very, very happy.
Yeah.
And very light.
Yeah.
And I can breathe.
Yes.
So
yeah.
My personal opinion, for people who have anxiety, the best thing is to live a life, a simple life, that it let them space to think, space to relax, and have enjoy
Absolutely.
the life.
Absolutely. I mean, what a great idea to move to Costa Rica to do that, right? Like, I love that. I think that's amazing. So I don't know if you guys have ever heard the 80-20 rule. Have you guys ever heard the 80-20 rule? So yes. So 80% of what you keep, you don't ever even touch again. And I would say the clothing is the same thing. You really only wear 20% of what's in your closet. So what you did, Gloria, was you took that 80% and got rid of it and kept the 20% that you do wear. So I think that if we have a mindset that says, instead of keeping that 80%, keep that 20 that we know we're going to use, we know is going to fit. I worked with a client today, and she purchased things that are going to fit her. I said to her, no, you need to purchase what you are currently in, so you're not discouraged, because you're inviting discouragement. You're inviting anxiety. You're inviting frustration. So I said, you need to keep what you have and just purchase what fits you currently. Yes. You will, and you know what eventually you'll fit in, then the styles will change. You can buy what's current in that. I mean, how fast do styles change? Now crop tops and high-waisted jeans. You know what I mean? Like, in a year and a half, that's not going to be what people are into. They're going to wear something else. So I think it's really important to live currently, like live what you're in now. Love who you are right now. Love what yourself in your body right now. Accept where you're at right now and be okay with it, because I'm sure that if you love yourself like that, other people are going to love you the same way. They're going to treat you the same way. You know what I mean? So I feel like we can't treat ourselves poorly. When we do that to ourselves, I think the rest of the world sees that, and that's unattractive. You got to love yourself exactly the way you are and where you're at. And you know what? Some people won't like it, and that's okay. That's not your people. Be with the people that know you, love you, and love your heart, So I think that's so hard, because as women, we are so hard on ourselves. We're impossible. I mean, we go up to a mirror. I remember hearing a speaker say this once. We go up to a mirror and women are like, oh, my wrinkles.